Today I have a lost mother channeling, who's one of the Divine Mothers, a channeling about this turning point in time that we're in and the necessity to release fear. And after you listen to the channeling, I'm going to come back to share my thoughts on the video and actually finally tell you a little bit more about what I know about who the lost mother is. So listen to the channeling, see what you think, and then come back to listen to that. We are here today. This is the lost mother, the all, keeper of the all that allows all through them, all records, all reflections, all spaces mirrored through us at all times. Today, we want to share a message with you about a great turning point for Earth, for all. And this is a time when things, false lenses, false matrices, if you see them that way, which is how many of you see them, but we want to remind you that the matrix, the true matrix surrounding your earth, is a mother to all, is the space that allows you to exist, the space that allows you to create. But we have a turning point that has been opened, created through you, through your work to understand yourself, to know your purpose and how it fits in with all. We've shared previously through this one, through the mother of all creation, through the other divine mothers that we allow through, that many of you, keepers of the all, guardians of the all, weavers of the all, and spinners of the all, chose to assist by lowering yourself through time and space into dimensions to experience what was unfolding. When time was broken, when a overabundance of dark energy that became distortions entered this universe and spreaded beyond that, chose to experience what was happening, to know how to assist, to know how to avoid full resets, how to allow what was good and true to grow and experience and learn, to know how to save parts of the all, to save the body of the all. And we told you that this also resulted in guardians of the all, weavers and spinners of time and space, and keepers of the all, to be lost, to be overwhelmed by the distorted energies, it also resulted in a separation of the heart of the all from you, from the universes, from this part, a closing of the normal flow of time and space, of energy and light. And an obstacle and beings, guardians of the all, weavers and spinners, and keepers and seekers, from returning back to where they belong, to heal, to nurture the heart of the all, to create, to allow us all to expand and contract as it is supposed to. This may be bigger than your understanding of what you have been working for. But as below, so above, as above, so below. And this turning point you've worked towards collectively, knowingly or unknowingly. Weaving light, energy, consciousness back through the earth, connecting the heart, the central points of earth, to the other points that she holds, recalibrating the grid, healing the true matrix, which still needs love, has allowed a repair on earth as she has held much of this distorted energy for a long time in order to allow other parts of the universe to work on other things, to work on what they needed to unify and heal without the distorted energy that was too much for them to handle. So this repair of the grid, the connecting of the central points, the weaving of the energy back to a more normal, more healthy state, has allowed time to flow differently on earth, to allow you to move faster, heal faster, clear more quickly, release what does not belong to you, awaken quicker to your true self. And as you do this, the universe does this, the all begins to breathe, to expand and contract. The guardians, the keepers, the seekers that were lost return home to heal, to nurture the all as it should be. What was trapped here that does not belong here, that has fed distortions, are able to leave, to return to where they need to be. And as this happens, you will see more and more of the illusions the false systems that have separated you from the natural rhythms of the earth, of the stars, fall away. And this does not mean that all will see this as you do, because there are still many choices available for all to choose from. And while the illusions, the veils between the false narratives are falling, you still have to choose to see them. It will be easier to see them, but you still have to want to see them, to acknowledge what is in front of you. To allow them through beliefs that limit your perception. We want to say that as this happens, you choose how you move through it, how you align. You see what you are willing to see. You remember what you are willing to remember. Being open to new possibilities, new insights, new knowings from within yourself will allow you to know more, see more, expand more. This time might be scary for some of you who do not fully understand what you are seeing, who do not fully understand who you are, an eternal soul, an eternal being who fits into a greater whole. But that fear, the unshakable fear that you do not know fully where it comes from, that you do not understand why you're afraid, why you limit yourself, why you limit your understanding, why you do things that you don't want to do. Allow that to fall away as the false systems that have put that fear into your being dissolve. You have to let it go. Just as these systems dissolve does not mean the fear will go away, because your body remembers it, your mind remembers it. But you have to wake up every day knowing you are more, there is nothing to fear, and that you release that fear little by little every day, that there is no reason to hold it, that it can go, because there is nothing keeping it there anymore. And as you do this, there will be less and less energetically keeping fear buried within you anymore. We know what this fear does. Because we've seen it, we've felt it, we've experienced it with you. Buried under it. And we've fought with others to conquer it, for you to release the systems in place, keeping you buried under it. And as we ask those who have been fighting in realms and dimensions beyond what you may be able to perceive, that the time for that fight is almost over, almost done. We want you to feel supported in releasing that fear, the fear that you can't name. The fear that makes it feel like you are trudging through a tar pit. That is what you release now and awaken to your soul. We offer you this now. So to explain some of this video fully in a way that makes sense, I feel I need to explain more about what I've seen, who the lost mother is. And I do want to say that some of this, I think my human brain can only understand so much, and that I don't fully believe I have enough of an understanding or know how to fully explain it in words that will make sense to everyone. And if it doesn't make sense, that's okay. And if you're interested in this, I suggest watching my Weaving Galactic History series and some of my other channelings if you haven't watched those. But just a recap. The Lost Mother is a divine mother who was created from the 3 higher dimensional divine mothers that I also channel. The mother of all creation, which is the body of the all outside of our 12 dimensions, or holds our 12 dimensions. The mother of all in the 12th dimension, and the cosmic mother. And I have a video explaining who they are. She was created from their 3 bodies to be the keeper of the all. Now, the word keeper has different meaning. She is a reflection of the all. Everything that happens to the all is also reflected in her. She is a guardian and a protector. And now I didn't know very much, actually pretty much nothing about Gnostic Christianity before I started channeling, and then was guided to that after. But in Gnostic Christianity, she is what is perceived as an aeon, which come in pairs or twins, or I see them as poles, an emanation of God that resides in the fullness of God, according to Gnostic Christianity. She is who is perceived as Sophia, as wisdom. But the part that I I don't know why saying her name out loud, or that name out loud, makes me emotional. The part that I channel is the highest aspect, or master soul aspect of that Sophia consciousness. And when the distorted darkness was spreading through the all, This was being reflected in her. And she was also created to protect the all, to keep it in working order. So she was created to find a solution for this. And I don't fully understand the order of events, or even if that matters, because time is not linear, but this is what I understand. She was overwhelmed by this distorted dark energy. The highest aspect of her was trapped, locked away, and this viscous dark energy taking it into her body to protect the all. And this distorted dark energy causes separation between the mind, body, and heart. Aspects or fractals of her descended through the universe to find solutions and healing in other star systems and on Earth. And another aspect of her has always been on Earth, living over and over to heal herself, to share stories of the path to awaken to higher consciousness, to unity, and collecting and hiding records for when they would be needed. And some of those stories will be shared in a book or books at some point of the different roles the lost mother has played in cycles of light and cycles of darkness. Some of you may be surprised to know. In this channeling, they mention a turning point. The signifier of this turning point to them and to me is the unlocking of the all, which could only be done once missing threads of the Earth's energy centers were healed enough and woven back together. And this could only be done when the seeking eye found lost pieces and wove them back together. For me, the awareness of this finding, this stage or turning point, has been going on since around October. And with the final unlocking of a certain kind of correspondence happening in February, that also started more of the dismantling and healing of the distorted energy and of time. And from what I have seen, this is more of my understanding, which may be a bit of a challenge to understand, or I think it is. Maybe it's not. You'll let me know. So when Earth became a lost mother herself, a place that took on much of the distorted energy, a change in the poles was made. And yes, I do know this happens in cycles, but this is my understanding. To adjust Earth's energetic field in a way that would contain this dark energy. And the containment of this energy had an unforeseen impact, such as more dark energies, entities, beings, seeing an opportunity they could take advantage of, leading to more distortion, more fracture in the mind, heart, and bodies of Earth. That led to more control, and that control led to an energetic distortion being created of fear and control that some perceive as the false matrix. But the false matrix in actuality is not a matrix, because a matrix is the natural order of things and that in which we are here to heal. But it's a false energetic distortion that feeds off fractured energy and keeps it trapped and separated. And while this was being dismantled, I was guided in meditation to the tree of life, representing the all in a hibernation state, a static state. That was not expanding or contracting, but then it did expand and contract and come apart. And it wasn't a tree of life anymore, but it was the all, the universe on a much larger scale, moving and spinning and creating as it should. So this is the healing of the all, the returning to a state of expansion and contraction. And recently I've also seen and been emotionally moved by guardians of the all who got lost in distortions, returning home, choosing to be healed or go home. And I have seen beings who came to take advantage of the situation on Earth, leaving and going where they need to be. And I know some have said that they have been seeing this for a while, dark entities being removed. And yes, I think this has been going on, and it may be the same, but the ones I saw I know to be a big deal, and for it to mean a lot to my soul that they are leaving. So this is my understanding to help clarify the message brought forth in the channeling. If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And if you've made it this far and you're lost It's worth watching again my Weaving Galactic History series and listening to the other channelings. And I'm sure I'll have further information about this at a later point as it can be shared or as I feel called to share it. Thanks for watching.